Well, greetings, Four Color fans, and welcome back here to Metarog's channel. So, I've been buying and collecting comics since about 1973, very early 70s. Probably before that, well, not probably before that, I had read them and so forth, and traded for them in school, etc., etc. And in 2004, 2005, I completed the Marvel Test Market 30-cent variant set. Here you see two representations, X-Men 98, and over here is the Eternals 1. And ever since, and before that actually, I have been very interested, obsessed with the various nuances of how comics are distributed, marketed, how the publishers make decisions on characters and storylines, and even how often the comic will be coming out and what audiences targeted. All those kind of nuances have always just fascinated me. So that is one reason why I wanted to complete that 1976 30-cent variant set. Very soon thereafter, about 2005 or so, I found of another set. Now, there is a 35-cent variant set. I do have several of those, but not a complete set. And I found out that there was another Marvel set from cover dated January 1962, that had a price variation as well, but for a very different reason. And that set consisted of 3 comics. I have had 2 of them for about a decade, but one of them has always just eluded me. So that one I've been after for, I guess, almost 15 years, really hardcore for about the last 12, I'd say. And here is the set I'm talking about. It is the Black Circle price variant set. It's actually not a price variant in a sense, right? But if behind this 10 cents that's behind this blacked out circle is 10 cents. I'll try to see if I can get it on the camera when I take one out. So the story goes that, and again, in January 1962, it's the same month as Fantastic Four #2. All the other comics during that month were priced at 10 cents. Okay. However, apparently these 3 were toward the end of the distribution for, I guess it would be at that point, September, October. And they were changing over to 12 cents. But apparently that message didn't get to the printers. So they printed a good amount, maybe a quarter of the print run, with the 10 cent up here in the circle, like, all the others from January 1962. And they caught it, and apparently they didn't want to, just essentially throw away, thousands of comics. So somehow or other, they decided to overprint the 10 cent and reprint somewhere nearby the price that it was supposed to be, which is 12 cents. Now, most copies have 12 cents in a white circle up here. Again, I'm using anecdotal evidence here to say it's about a quarter of the run. It may be a bit more, maybe a bit less, but those are the numbers that I've heard in the past, speaking to people at cons and things like that, comic shops that have history, right? That know a little bit about it more than I do. But again, this is all hearsay. Anecdotal stuff. So, and so, again, so they caught it and they reprinted it with the 12 cents, again, nearby. So there's 3 comics that this happened to. Journey into Mystery #76 is the first one I'm showing here. And I'm going to show you the indicia of the one here in a minute, so you see that the indicia actually says 10 cents. So again, it's no wonder that they messed up, because the indicia does not match what apparently Marvel wanted to put on as the cover price. Second one is Gunsmoke Western number 68. Okay. And the same thing as you notice over here, there's a blacked out circle and a 12 cents right underneath, in between that and the verbiage there, anatomy of a gunfight. So again, they tried to print it somewhere where it would stick out, right? And this again is the second in the 3-issue set. And this one, let me see if I can show you. Well, I can show you the indicia for sure. Let me see if we can catch the. If you look at there, it'll say number 68, January 1962, price 10 cents per issue. Okay. Yet on the cover, clearly that is 12 cents. And I don't know if this is going to catch on the camera, but let me see. But if you look in there, I put on this other light just in case. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it's there. It's faint, but it's there all right. And it says 10 cents back there. Again, if you, with a naked eye, you can see it a lot easier. Okay. So that's the second one. And I've had these two, as I said, for over a decade. You know, I didn't care about so much the condition. They're probably, you know, good, very goods, whatever. I just wanted to complete this set. The third one was the Toughie, okay? And I just got it in this week, and it is Love Romances number 97. Yes, a romance comic. And this seems, I don't know if it just didn't sell well or if romance collectors are all over it, but I've never been able to find this one in the wild, and so I had to resort to eBay, which is rare for me. I think this is the first or second purchase on eBay this year, and I got it for a reasonable price. Now, if you know me, I'm a cheapskate collector. I'm not paying hundreds for this thing. It was listed at a price. I think I put in a offer like half of it, and it was accepted. I think it was a little bit more than half. But it was, I think, a much more reasonable price for this issue. It's Lee and Kirby throughout. Maybe that has something to do with it. Definitely a Kirby cover. This pose here of this man is no doubt Kirby. So other than that, and the, again, blacked out circle. Notice they put the 12 cent here to the right. It also has a written date stamp of October 31st. So I guess, yeah, that is October. So again, right at the end, I guess, of October was when this was, well, I guess that's not when it was printed, but that's when it was either sent off to the distributor or received at, received the distributor or at the newsstand. At that point, there wouldn't be any comic shops. So that is the set right there. Let me show you all three side by side. I just put that one there for. That is the set that I have been after for, again, let's say 2005. We're in 2022, so what is that, 17 years or so? So yeah, that is finally, it's here in the Metacave, and I am very, very glad to finally have conquered this set. Again, I'm a completist, so these things really drive me bananas, but I'm patient and I'm cheap, so sometimes it does take years for me to be able to complete sets, because I'm just not going to pay the exorbitant prices that a lot of them command, and that's, no problem. Sooner or later, they seem to come to roost, shall we say. So that's it. Let me know what you think. I know I'm probably a bit OCD about this stuff, but I just think that it's fascinating that the printer had to do this kind of maneuvering for them not to, I guess, lose. They would have lost a lot in the inks and the pulp, etc. And I wonder if Marvel was okay with it at that time, where they were like, hey, what is this? What happened here? Again, I don't know about all the details there, but I just found this to be a fascinating little blip in the Silver Age Marvels. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll get out of here. Less than 10 minutes. Everybody, be kind to each other. Be blessed and be back.